from Wiseline, and he's this huge CEO, was behind basically setting up Apple's ad news, etc., all their revenue from there. And in a room of all of these tech startups, he said, can you name some great Australian or Melbourne-based tech startups? And Afterpay was really the one that jumped out in terms of in the fintech space. And yet, while we seem to be leaps and bounds ahead of other countries when it comes to things like Afterpay, the buy now, pay later, isn't it quite telling that our own regulators are a little bit concerned?
Yeah, it is quite telling. And Afterpay is no stranger to this kind of scrutiny. None of these buy now, pay laters are. We do have, like you said, we have a lot of them in Australia. We probably are the global leader in that respect. So Afterpay's cracked the US market quite successfully. But speed breaks are on. Last year they were looked into for late fees, which made up a huge portion of their business. So, and Afterpay has the most, up to that point, by a long mile, the most late fees out of all of buy now, pay laters. So
and that obviously is the biggest problem, and that's led to issues.
Are these people creditworthy that they're lending to?
No, that led to a lot of complaints, and then the complaints lead to an investigation, and that's where we are. But look, you look at Boost Juice. When they first launched, all these copycats came along. Boost Juice was the biggest player, and to this day, whenever I say to someone, oh, I'm just going to go get myself a juice, they're like, oh, beware of the sugar content, because all of these other mini versions of Boost Juice jumped on Janine Ellis' success back in the early 2000s, ruined the industry. They're the biggest player, and therefore they cop it, and it's just people's memory that there's kind of this negative sugar connotation, even though when I go and have my Boost Juice, Laura, it's kale, not much sugar there, carrot, not much sugar there, well, a little bit, but not much, celery, not much sugar there,
I'm waiting
lemon,
for it. Okay, yeah.
and spinach, right? So after I drink it, shoot myself, because that's my lunch in life, there's not much sugar in there.
Yeah.
But they still kind of have this, they had this reputation for a while that for some people, they don't hear the other side. So it'll be interesting to see how Afterpay deals with it.
It's quite similar in a way, isn't it? Like buy now, pay later, it's kind of on a bit of a sugar
Are you having a go at my juice cleansing? I literally spent all weekend going from one winery to another in different parts of Victoria.
So you've been eating a few boosts this week.
And then we come back to work. We haven't actually filled out.
Taking the bird's eye view once again.
We haven't filled our glasses today because we're trying to be healthy, right? So that's how good we are. I reckon we should take a look at the ASX to see how it's going. We probably haven't done that at this stage, which we should. So as we approach lunchtime, heading to 12:30 in Melbourne and Sydney and other places that were sensible enough to have daylight saving, 6,594.8, so up, 31.
Confidence data's out today, so that could buoy the index a little bit too.
Yeah, let's have a look at what happened Dow overnight. We'll head to Wall Street. That looks happy, doesn't it?
It's a funny trading range, isn't it?
That does look like a roller coaster at Seven Flags that I once went on.
But it's quite tight still.
Yeah, it is. It's not much of a change there, as you can see, but really a sign of just these really strange times that we seem to be in at the moment, where no one tends to be able to predict exactly what's happening next.
Exactly. Well, maybe we can look to this guy who seems to know what's happening next in the world of the internet, at least.
Now, this guy, an Australian 22-year-old, is taking the SEO world by storm.
He sure is. Studio Hawk founder Harry Sanders has an incredible story to tell, and his company is about to expand into the UK as well.
And he was one of those people who, his whole life is this incredible story, from how he came up with the idea, starting at 14 and getting involved and helping out his dad's business, to someone saying, that's great what you've done for your dad, why don't you do this for us? Then, family issues that come on through, and all the sorts of things that we have in life that I think we all know.
Yep.
And at 22, this guy is employing, I can't remember how many people, but he employs a large number of people, has converted a warehouse in Paran, is doing incredibly well for himself. He came into our office yesterday to have a bit of a chat, looked at our SEO. I got a hit on the head, a tap on the nose, and a push along, which is quite good for us.
As long as you get the push with it.
Yeah, and we spoke to him to try and find out a bit of detail for everyone else about what you can do when it comes to SEO for your business, because it's not just about keywords. That was the thing that, obviously when you say SEO, you think about going to a website and typing in a topic you're talking about, or your website, your business, typing in keywords and just